What is going on, you guys? This is JPro Gaming with another video. In this video, I'm going to try and predict what they do for the 6th inning program. We're going to have 3 new bosses coming out Wednesday or Thursday. I forgot what it was, but they're going to reveal them this week. And I kind of want to go through the other bosses that they did reveal and kind of base those off of kind of what I'm going to go through here shortly. So if you look at the 1st inning program, you had Andrew Jones, Rich Gossage, and Cy Young. I went with Andrew Jones. A lot of people use Rich Gossage, and he's still in lineups today. So there are no live series players that they chose for those bosses. However, from here on out, it gets interesting. So this is where my predictions actually might make a little bit more sense. However, 2nd inning program, you got Vlad, you got Cabrera, and then you got Madison Bumgarner. 2 players that are live series players. 3rd inning, Robbie Elmar, Ricky Henderson, and Justin Verlander. I went with Ricky Henderson, did not hit well with him, ended up selling, revamped my team. 4th inning program, also Verlander, still a live series player. 4th inning program, you got Billy Wagner, Kellerkin Jr., and Andrew McCutchen. I went with Billy Wagner, ended up buying that Andrew McCutchen, who is still in my lineup, still very effective until we get this Griffey card come this week. We might be switching him out, so we'll see how that goes. But Billy Wagner is a force to be reckoned with. He is still in my lineup, one of the most dominant pitchers in the game. But again, Andrew McCutchen, a live series player. 5th inning program, here we go. Josh Donaldson, Bob Gibson, and Lou Gehrig. Josh Donaldson, live series player. So what they've done since the 2nd inning program, they're throwing live series players in here for one of these bosses. So I think they are going to be incorporating a live series player in this one as well. I'm going to show you my screen on the outline of the players I think they're going to be, and then kind of go through them. So here are the 3 bosses I think they're going to be. My first guess for the live series player, it's going to be 99 Ichiro. A lot of people do not agree with this. However, if they're taking live series players and incorporating them into these bosses, I feel like Ichiro could be a good fit, although his 93 card is very good and it was based on his best season. This is kind of more of a hope than a guess because I love my Ichiro, my 93 Ichiro card, and I think he would fit very well here. I feel like a lot of people would take him, and probably we'll see how they do with this Griffey card and how they incorporate him, whether it's a program, whether it's a moment, or how you're able to achieve him, whether he's a 12-0 reward or a World Series reward. We'll see how they do it this week. However, so my first pick is Ichiro. Like I said, this is more of a hope than an actual guess. The next 2 are actual guesses. Let's go through some of his numbers. So Ichiro had a 19-year career. He played with the Seattle Mariners, the New York Yankees, and the Miami Marlins. He actually just recently retired in the beginning of this year. So he played from 2001 to 2019. In 2001, he was Rookie of the Year and MVP that year. He was a 10-time All-Star, MVP voting 9 times in his career. 10 seasons with at least 200 hits. He had a ton more hits in Japan before he came over. A career .311 hitter, and he had 3,089 career hits in the major leagues. Let's look at his 2001 MVP year. He batted .350. He had 242 hits, 56 stolen bases, and only 53 strikeouts in 739 plate appearances. So he was definitely swinging a lot. He didn't strike out very much, but he was making a lot of contact. The ball was put in play quite a bit. Now, let's see at a breakdown of the numbers that this could potentially turn into. All right, here we go. I designed this card. I based it off of all of his numbers from that 2001 MVP year. Looked at his batting average, looked at his speed, looked at what he could potentially be. Not 100% sure how they create these signature series cards. However, I feel like this card could be very attractive. I know his 93 has very close contact. However, the 125 is obviously higher. His power is very low on his 93 card. So we're putting power at 64 and 60. Vision at 120. His discipline was not very good because he was swinging a lot. So we're putting that down to 50. His clutch would be at 125. And then durability, fielding, arm strength, all at 99. He had a great arm. Arm accuracy 98, reaction 98, speed 98, and stealing both 99s. So, like I said, this is more of a hope than an actual card that is probably going to be in the game because I think they will settle for that 93 Ichiro to be his final version. I do not think he will get a signature card. However, if they're bringing a live series in and if it's going to be an outfielder, I would love to see this 99 Ichiro. Like I said, I just don't think it's going to happen, but I just wanted to throw this in here because I love his 93 so much that a signature series Ichiro would be in more lineups than I think people realize, but could be a fun card. We'll see. Let's jump into the next one. All right, so we got Ichiro off the board. This next card, sorry, he's a little bit older than I am, but it is a 99 overall Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver in the game last year was an immortal, a card that was very difficult to hit and very fun to pitch with. He played for the Mets. He played for a bunch of teams. However, this card is going to be based off of when he was on the New York Mets. So this is my second guess, is this 99 overall Tom Seaver for the 6th inning program. So as you see here, he had a 20-year career. He played for the Mets, the Cincinnati Reds. He actually played with the White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. He was the 1967 Rookie of the Year, a 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 12-time All-Star. He was in the MVP voting 10 times in his career, 231 complete games. Hits per 9 for his career, he had 7.5 hits per 9, 6.8 Ks per 9, and then walks per 9 were 2.6. So he had very good career numbers overall. In his career, he pitched 4,783 innings, compiled 311 wins, was a career 2.86 ERA. He had over 3,600 strikeouts, 61 shutouts. In 1971, which was his Cy Young Award winning year, probably the best year, one of the top 5, probably top 3 most dominant years in Major League Baseball history. He was 20-10 with a 1.76 ERA, 286 innings, 289 strikeouts, averaging a strikeout an inning. And in 1992, he was inducted to the Hall of Fame. So this 99 Tom Seaver, I would love to see this card. I know a lot of people are expecting this card to be in the game, and I feel like he will be a 6th inning boss. Let's go over some numbers I compiled here. Here's the 99 Tom Seaver that I think would make a lot of sense. He did end up throwing 5 pitches, especially this is based on his, I forgot what year, I think this is his Cy Young year. He was 26 years old, so he did throw a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a 12-6 curve, and a change. There are his miles per hour that would make sense. I looked at his Immortal card last year and semi-based it off that. I know Immortals are created differently than the Signature Series cards this year. However, I was just kind of ballparking it, going through his numbers. His stamina would be at 115, hits and Ks per 9, very good, 102 and 115. Walks per 9 would be 95. Home runs per 9 would be 86. His clutch would have to be a 125. Good control, didn't walk very many at a 93. Good velocity at 96 and break at 95. This would round out my rotation for sure. I'm looking for a Tom Seaver. I want a 99 Tom Seaver, and I do truly think he will be a 6th inning program boss. But if he is not, he will be in the game at some point. I'm just really hoping it is for the 6th inning. Let's go over the last one. This last one is a card a lot of people want in this game, and a card that would fit everybody's lineup probably pretty perfectly because the position he does play is very, for me at least, it's turning over quite a bit. So let's go over this last one. So this last card was playing when I was younger. I was able to see him play in person. I followed his career. I did play fantasy baseball. He was on my team quite a bit. It would be a 99 overall Chipper Jones. This card, switch hitter. Everyone is wanting this card in the game, me especially. I have third base locked up for the foreseeable future with Arenado and Josh Donaldson. However, if this switch hitting Chipper Jones came into the game, he would automatically be plugged into third base regardless of what his defense was. I have such good success with his swing that my creative player actually has his swing right now, and I'm hitting over 400 with him. So I would absolutely love this card. Let's go over some of his career highlights. So looking at this Chipper Jones card, his best career stats based on years. Majority of this was done in 1999. He was an MVP that year. His batting average in 2007, later in his career, was 364. The power wasn't there that year, but he hit very well, a lot of contact in 2007. Home runs, his greatest year was 99, 45 home runs, 110 RBIs, stolen bases, he had 25. So he was a lot quicker than I think people thought. He was able to steal a base every now and then. 25 was his career max in a season, but a very, very good card this could be. So he had a 19-year career from 1993 to 2012, all with the Atlanta Braves. So 99, he was the MVP. He was an 8-time All-Star, MVP voting 13 times, a .303 career hitter, and he had a career 468 home runs. So he was a very stable player in their lineup throughout his entire career. Switch hitter. Let's go over what I think his card could end up being and how this could honestly change the game for a lot of teams. Here are his numbers that I came up with. This could be definitely an endgame card for a lot of teams. Like I said, he had very good contact numbers throughout his career. 121, 122 contact versus right and left, 107, 112 power. Vision would be at 120. Discipline 110, 125 clutch. Bunting is irrelevant. Durability 94 because he played third base and left field in his career. I would give his fielding a 75. Good arm strength at 76. He would be an overall silver defender. Arm accuracy 73, reaction 74. His speed was 72, stealing 75, and his base running aggressiveness would be a 77. So this would fit, like I said, this would fit perfectly in a lot of people's lineups because third base has been a revolving door. I know because I talk with a lot of players in the community. They message me. I see their lineups. I know mine especially, although, like I said, I have third base locked down for the foreseeable future until this 99 Chipper Jones comes into the game, which I do think is going to happen. We will see if he actually makes an appearance. I would love it. He would be inserted into my lineup immediately. That would be the program boss I would absolutely go after. Although that Tom Seaver I would love as well. So we'll see how they finagle it. See if any of these players are the program bosses. The routes I would take. I do need a starting pitcher. I do need a third baseman to be locked down with that vision. That 120 vision would be absolutely perfect in my lineup with the switch hitting ability, power, and contact. I would love it. I know a lot of people would. Hopefully he's in the game for a program. If it's not this program, hopefully the next program. But San Diego Studios and MLB The Show leaked that Ken Griffey Jr. is coming this week. So that kind of finagles some of these predictions because he could be a program boss. He could be in World Series reward. He could be a 12-0 reward. We will see how they shake that up. Like I said, the Tom Seaver and this Chipper Jones are legit candidates, I believe, to be a program boss. That Ichiro, like I said before, is more of a hope than an actual guess. But if they do incorporate him, this would be a very tough decision for me because I absolutely love Ichiro. However, these other two cards would take precedent over him. But man, that'd be a tough decision. So these are my predictions. We will find out this week when these cards are coming out and what the program cards will be. I know a lot of you guys are going to tune in. I know I'm going to tune in. Our lineups are mainly set for now. I believe a lot of people have close to their end game lineup based on these bosses, based on cards that are supposed to be coming out. That's going to end up changing as they release these cards. So I'm very excited to see what they do here. But this Chipper Jones, that Tom Seaver, maybe an Ichiro. I don't know how they're going to incorporate Griffey. We will see. These are my predictions for the 6th inning. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my predictions, leave a like, hit that subscription button, leave comments in the sections below of who you think the program boss will be because it's coming out this week. It's coming out soon. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.